Hey guys, been a long time since I've made a video. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it was 1st of November, right before, heck before Thanksgiving. But boy, have I picked up some stuff since then. All of this that you're going to see on the video today was picked up after Christmas. What I got for Christmas doesn't have anything to do with comics, so all of this was picked up on some little outings that my family and I took afterwards. Got a lot to show, so I'm going to keep the intro to a minimum. First book I picked up was this Captain America Official Index of the Marvel Universe. Let me see if I can get this backed up a little bit. There we go. Official Index of Marvel Universe. This covers everything up through, I think, about 2013 or 2014. Gives synopsis of every issue. Who drew it, who wrote it. All the information that you would need about each of the individual comics that fell under the Captain America banner, from the very first one in 1940 to up to, well, about 2013. Pick these next couple up at Ollie's. Got The Wolf Among Us Volume 1. Got that for $3.99. Picked up Volume 2 a while back and really felt like I needed to get Volume 1 to fully understand everything that was going on. Volume 2 was pretty good. Haven't read Volume 1 yet, but looking forward to it. The Captain America book that you saw, I got that book for, I think it was $2.50. Picked this one up from Image. It's called Outlaw Territory, Volume 1. It has various stories from a very diverse group of creators. Fantastic artwork. I like the Western genre comics, and this is this is a very good depiction of that type of comic. It's also pretty modern as far as the violence level. If you've read any Western comics from the 50s and 60s, 70s, you know that the violence was kind of toned down a good bit. Well, that's not the case in this one. This was pretty realistic. Picked up Manifest Destiny Volume 2, Volume 3, turn that a little bit, and Volume 4. This, they were $3.99 a piece. This just seemed really interesting to me. It appears to be a fictionalized account of the Lewis and Clark expedition in the early 1800s, and it just mixes in a lot of H.P. Lovecraft type stuff, just a lot of demons and aliens and all kind of crazy stuff. Just looked like it'd be pretty cool to read, so I picked these up. Would like to get Volume 1, but haven't run across that one yet, so picked this one up from a secondhand store. I didn't have it in my collection. Mouse Volume 1. I'm on the lookout for Volume 2. I've seen a couple on Amazon, a couple of volumes on Amazon, but they're $15-16. And I mean, I picked this one up for, it's like $3. So looking for a cheap copy of Mouse Volume 2. But this one I've been looking forward to getting for a while because it's a classic. Same store. They had this one, I don't know, this is like the 17th printing or something. This is another one I didn't have in my collection. I've got several individual issues, but didn't have the entire story. Got the movie, but saw this one. I think this one was $5, and it's basically almost brand new. No scuffs or anything on it, so I picked that up for $5. I'm very happy to get it. Got Super Friends Omnibus Volume 2. This reprints number 27 through number 45. Let me see here. 27 through 47. Just a fun book. I remember reading these comics as a little fella and remember watching the show on Saturday morning. Just good stuff, and it's a $60 book, I think, and I picked it up for $20, so I'm not complaining. Got it at Ollie's. Oh, excuse me, $70 book. Been wanting this one for a while. I read it a while back in a bookstore, and it was, I like the art. The story, well, every story, I guess, is the old saying, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Well, a good comic's also in the eye of the reader. So I like the art, so I picked it up, got it cheap. I got it for, I think it was like $10 or something. I mean, still in the shrink wrap. So anyway, picked that up. Got The Spirit, Volume 3. This reprints all of the newspaper strips from July 6th through December 28th of 1941. Love Will Eisner stuff. Really enjoy The Spirit and the kind of lighthearted approach that it took. Just classic artwork. Just good stuff. Picked up Thunder Agents Archives, Volume 2. And Volume 3. Got a great deal on these. This is reprints of the old Tower comics from the 1960s that Wally Wood, Gil Kane, Manny Stallman, and a lot of other really cool creators worked on this series. So I've got a couple of other volumes of these archives that I was able to pick up on the cheap. So when I found these, I snatched them up. I think I got these two and this one, Dark Knight Archives Volume 8. Reprints Batman number 32 to number 37. Got all three of those for a little over $30. So didn't think I did too bad on that. Great deal. All right, now on to the comics. Went to Borderlands Comics in Greenville, South Carolina. They were having a sale on their, pretty much everything in the store. I concentrated on their dollar boxes and cheap boxes. They've moved to a bigger, nicer location. If you're ever up in the Greenville, South Carolina area, I encourage you to go by this place. They have great books, great prices. The staff is very helpful. If they don't have it, they can sure enough get it for you. But the thing is, if they don't have it, most likely it's too rare to find, just about too rare to find. But great selection, great store. Anyway, picked up Final Crisis Revelations number 2 of 5 and number 3 and number 5 of 5. Don't really know anything about this, but after everything worked itself out, I got these comics for right around 70 cents a piece. So I figure for a couple of bucks, the story's not all that great, then I can always trade it into my local shop and end up probably getting $1 a piece for them. Got Final Crisis number 1 and number 6. I love that Batman cover. I've got this in trade paperback, I'm pretty sure, but just never did have the original issues. So since I was getting them on the cheap, thought I'd pick them up. Got a couple of these. Got Stray Bullets, number 8. Number 14. 31. And number 35. I like this series. It's just it's a departure from your usual hero comic books. It's not really. It's closer to Sin City than it is anything else, except the characters in Latham's Stray Bullets don't have any kind of abilities beyond what any normal human being would have. I mean, it's not like Marv, who's almost indestructible, or some of the other characters that are in the Sin City series. It's good stuff, though. Really good stuff. Hyper violent, and a little bit perverted, truth. Got Stray Bullets Killers, number 1. Stray Bullets Sunshine and Roses, number 20. And number 35. I've got a couple of these Sunshine and Roses issues already. Not very many. I've got the Killers, a lot of the Killers series or story. I think number 1 was the only one I needed. I might need one other one, but anyway, 70 cents a piece. Went ahead and snatched them up. Got this Heroescon program from Heroescon number 10 in 1991. Saw that in there, could not pass that up. I go to this con every year and have been going to this con every year since about 1996. And anyway, I was at the very first one in 1982 when I was a young fella and missed quite a few before I started going back. But just picked this up just to see who happened to be there. And for 70 cents, I didn't spend a whole lot to find out. Got Avengers West Coast number 50. Totally covered by Return of the Original Human Torch. Don't know a whole lot about this issue, but, with the history of the Vision and Wonder Man and Ultron and how that ties into the original Human Torch and all of that, I just figured I'd pick it up just to see. Mentioned Sin City a little bit ago. Picked up some of those. Got Sin City, The Big Fat Kill, number 1 of 5. Number 2. And number 4. Probably try to pick up the rest of those issues if I can find them on the cheap. Don't see a whole lot of Sin City in cheap boxes, at least not around here. Got from Dark Horse, The Mighty Samson, number 1. I enjoyed reading these when they were gold key books back in the 60s, which I didn't read them off the stand. I picked up issues here and there. But I like what Shooter did with these characters at Dark Horse. Just really fun, cool stuff. Now, Original Sin, number 1. I had picked up number 2 and 3 and basically the rest of them in cheap boxes here and there, and needed number 1 to complete it, so picked up number 1. Plus, I really enjoyed this series. I was a fan of the Agent Carter TV show that was on, so picked that up because she's featured prominently. Another Sin City, Hell and Back, number 1. Number 7. Just picked these up because, I like Sin City. All right. Really happy to get these. Got Grendel and the Shadow, book 1. Love that cover. Awesome cover. Book 2. And book 3. Not sure if this is all of them or not, but if it's not, I'll hunt around, see if I can find the rest of them. But just thought this was a very, very cool team up. with these two characters. And plus, it's Matt Wagner, so can't go wrong with that. All right, let me get the books over here a little bit closer. Got Batman and Robin, number 7, number 11, and number 12. Just a big Batman fan, picked them up because, you know, they were cheap, and why not? Don't buy a whole lot of modern stuff, but this I'll pick up. Jonah Hex, number 44, 45, and 47. I've been a Jonah Hex fan since the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, and I like the approach they took with the Hex character in this series. They stayed true to the old Michael Fleischer written stories in Weird Western Tales, so pick those up. At Avengers 379, just bought it just because, why not? Like the cover. Read about this series in back issue from Tomorrow's Publishing, and just thought it sounded interesting. Lone Ranger and the Tonto, and Tonto, number 1 of 4, number 2, number 3, and complete it with number 4. Just sounded like an interesting series. Lansdale, the interview that I read with him in back issue was, he talked. The article was about the Lone Ranger, and he talked a good bit about this series and how much fun he had. They introduced some elements, as you can see with the zombie-looking dude on the cover of this one. Introduced some elements that the Lone Ranger was kind of a departure from your usual Lone Ranger story. But thought I'd pick it up and read it. Like I said, got them on the cheap. If I don't like it, I can always trade it in my local comic shop. Love this old series. This is Ghosts number 29. Picked it up because it was cheap, and I like this old series, and I pick them up when I find them. This is a Whitman variant for Superman. I think it's like number 313, 314, 315. Didn't put a sticker on the back saying exactly what issue it is, but anyway, picked it up because it's got Superman and Mxyzptlk, and can't go wrong with that. Picked these up because these were in remarkably good shape. Got Korak, number 53, number 54, 55, and 56. I honestly don't think that these comics have ever been read. I really don't. There's no spine ticks, and especially on this last one with the black cover. If there were any spine ticks or anything on it, you'd be able to see it. I honestly don't think this book's ever been opened. I mean, it's not a 9.8 or a 9.9 or anything like that. I'm sure it wouldn't go that high, but for the shape that it's in and as cheap as I got it, hey, why not? Plus, it's Joe Kubert art and just good stuff. Got Mystery Quarterly, number 1. This features a story with Batman. I like the Mystery character, but this also has a Batman story in it. And I've heard that the Batman story is really good, so picked it up. Also got Mystery Special, number 9. Don't know anything much about this, but it's from Apple Comics, called Blazing Combat, World War I and World War II. But when I saw on the cover that it's got Gene Colan, Archie Goodwin, John Severin, Alex Toth, and Wally Wood in it, had to pick it up. Had to. Got Iron Man number 317. It's got Crimson Dynamo, and they call him T-Man. And well, yeah, I'm an old fart, so he's a titanium man to me every day. But anyway, they did a fight between these two in an early Iron Man issue, like number 20, 21, 22, somewhere around there. And that was really cool, so I just picked it up just because. Why not? Got M, Book 3. This is an adaptation of an old Fritz Lang movie, German movie from the 1930s, about a child rapist. The movie itself doesn't actually say that, but it kind of tiptoes around it and kind of hints around that that's what he is. Anyway, I picked up book 1 and book 2 a while back. Just really cool, moody, noirish artwork. Really fits the tenor of the film. So pick this one up, and I think there might be a book 4. I'll be on the lookout for that. Don't ask. Just picked it up because it was in fairly good shape to be as old as it is. It's New Terry Tunes, I think number 10. I'll pick these up every once in a while, just why not? Reminds me of when I was a little fella. Now, Cerebus Bi-Weekly, number 2. Well, reprints number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 9. Number 10. Number 11. Number 12. Number 20. Number 21. 22. 23. 24. Reprint of number 28, part of the High Society story. And reprints number 30. Also picked up Johnny Quest from Kamiko, number 19. And number 21. Love this old Kamiko Johnny Quest stuff. It just, you would, when you read it, it's like watching one of the original 1960s Johnny Quest cartoons. And that's the best compliment I can possibly give it. It's just really cool. And in regards to the Cerebus books, I'm trying to read every issue of Cerebus, and the early issues are really hard to come by because, well, they're just hard to come by, and when you do find them, they're really expensive. So the rest of what you're going to see is going to be Cerebus up to number 100, which I've read pretty much everything from 100 up, so I'm trying to read the early stuff now. This is number 33, number 34, 42, 43, 44, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. And you see these covers are printed, printed the way they are. Well, the inside of the book is also like that. It's printed landscape style. Really cool stuff. 51, 54. I had to get these because Dave Sim really likes to pick at Marvel. Really likes to pick at them. There's number 55 and 56. I really don't know how he got away with it. But he did. They didn't sue him, so bless he didn't call him the Wolverine. I think he called him the Roach or something anyway. Also got 57, 58, 59, 67, 68, 69, 71, 72, 75, 76, and number 80. And that is my haul. Appreciate those of you who have stuck with it and watched it all the way through. Nothing spectacular, just good stuff. Support your local comic shop, guys. I say it on just about every video of mine when I remember to say it. When these places go away, or if these places go away, then it makes it really hard for us to find this cool stuff, and you don't want to consolidate all your options for buying comics into the national retailers, and I'm not mentioning any names. You don't want to concentrate it into that, because you end up paying a heck of a lot more than you should have to for these books that we love. And if you're like me and you're buying them to read, you know, I'm not paying collecting prices and for books that I'm just going to read and put in a box. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.